My name is Vitali Petrenko and I come from Latvia. I'm Ukrainian myself, although I was born in Belarus. As you can understand, I'm a Soviet man, was born and lived in Soviet times. And here I just want to share a small story how persecution impacted my life. My childhood was spent up to 7 years of age in Belarus, and in the 60s and 70s there were persecutions going on. I lived in the second biggest city, Gomel, and my father and mother were members of underground church, which was persecuted at the time due to the fact that parents, leaders of the church, they did not agree with the regulations which were given by Communist Party and KGB, which were restricting the upbringing of children in the spirit of the gospel. And so all the leaders of our church in Gomel, 5 of them were arrested and tried. My father was one of them, although he was kind of unofficial leader. He was just a zealous and active Christian. And he had to go into hiding at some point, but then he came home and told my mom that I'm going to give up myself because KGB will find me anyway. And so the story goes that my mom said to me years later that I had to pack my own rucksack with my own hands and to put a change of clothes, toothpaste, toothbrush, and other essential things into rucksack and take your father to police station. Of course, we were surprised that he came himself at his own will, and obviously he was duly arrested there and then. What happened afterwards, of course, he was interrogated. And at the time, the usual practice was by KGB to use different methods in order to ask Christians to subdue, to obey their regulations. So one of them was, as we called in Soviet times, a biscuit. First of all, they offered him to collaborate with them and to become their informant. Obviously, my father's reply was that you can put me to a wall and shoot me, but I'm not going to collaborate with you. Then secondly, of course, when they heard, they said, well, then you won't be able to see your family. And surely enough, he was tried with 4 hours and sent to prison. It was 1969. What I was struck in this story was the fact that my father at the time, he had 5 children. And he was the only breadwinner. But he preferred to obey God rather than man. And of course, he and us paid the price. His story, a life story, and his example inspired me. In later years, I decided to follow the footsteps of my dad and to go into ministry, which happened in my life. I admired his zeal, I admired his courage in very difficult circumstances, I admired his dedication to the gospel no matter what. And that impacted my life and still gives me a courage to face my circumstances in my life. His amazing example, an example of other brothers and sisters who stood for the truth and who decided to follow the Lord no matter what. May his example and examples of others will continue to inspire us in our walk with the Lord nowadays. May God bless you.